Alright guys, so this is the final display after the installation for the rear passengers for your Model 3 or Model Y. The good thing about this as well is this is the version 2. Alright, let's get to the installation video. Hey, what's going on folks? So what I have here today is the Model 3 and Y air condition and multimedia system. So this is actually a version 2 of the previous model that came out. So if you notice, the previous model was not well integrated like this. It had I believe it had a bigger screen, but the screen was mounted outside of the system. And a lot of people were complaining about the way the screen was designed. A lot of people were bumping their arms on that screen. So this is a version 2 that I received from my friends over at EVBase. One thing about me is I will never accept anything that I don't find useful for myself or anything that I would never install in my car. Now, everything else that I've showed you guys on my channel, I still have on my vehicle because I find it useful, something that I use. So let's get that out of the way. Anyway, let's check what's in the box. So now this is how the screen looks. In the box, this was actually well packaged, by the way. When it came in, it was well protected. But in the box, what do we have? Of course, you have your instruction manual and things that shows you the features of the system. These are just warranty cards and registration information. In the box also you have your wires and your installation tools. Now this installation is supposed to take you no more than 10 minutes. In the installation kit you only have your wires and your prying tool. That is all you need actually. This is all you need. So you get this 2 different cords for, of course we know our models, our vehicles have 2 different chips in there. There's the AMD and the Intel chip. So if you have the Intel chip, you get this cord. You use this cord. You get both cords in the box, but make sure you pay attention to the cords because I've seen several people struggle with their installations because they don't pay attention to the cords. But yeah, you get 2 sets of cords, one for the Intel and one for AMD, and it's very well labeled. You cannot miss this. I like that EVBase took their time to make sure they properly labeled these cords. So this is for the Intel. This is the Intel AMD chip. So for me, I know I have the AMD chip, so this would be the cord I will use. And there's no way to get this wrong in there because when you try to plug these plugs, you would notice that it doesn't fit. So the OBD ports are totally different. They're different size. So there's no way you're going to miss this. Even if you try, even if you run, the only thing that you may find yourself is having to remove one and fish the other wires because they are totally different plug size, so they won't fit. All right, let's place this to the side. And in there, last but not least, is the actual screen itself. One thing that I was skeptical about was the vent size, okay? Now, you know how our vents look in the Model Y or the Model 3. It's a little bigger than this. Now, is that going to restrict your airflow? No. This is well placed and well designed to where you still have enough space for your airflow. And one other thing that I love about this system is the previous version, you will have to dismantle your vent from the Model Y to install it to the screen. With this, everything comes in one package. So there's no, unscrewing vents and reinstalling vents. There's none of that. This is literally plug and play. So you can play stuff via Bluetooth. Let's check the back of the box and see some of the things that you can do with this system. So you can pretty much control your air condition for the back seats. You can control the seat warming function for the back seats. Of course, you're going to get a seatbelt reminder if nobody's buckling their seatbelt. You can play music independently from there. You can play videos independently from the rear seat, rear display. Of course, you can do hotspots, mobile hotspots from your phone to the system, and you have the system. It is of course running on Android, and it is touchscreen. You can also connect this to Wi-Fi as well as Bluetooth. All right, guys, let's get into the back of the Model Y and let's start the installation. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I power off the Model Y so we don't interfere with anything that might be working in the background. I would advise everyone to do this on any installation that they're doing that has to do with tampering with the communication with the vehicle. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. System, the vehicle, and we're going to safety. We scroll down to power off. Yes, we want to power off. So that's that. Very simple, very easy. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to pry this portion of the vent from the car. It's literally being held by 2 clips. So we just have to pry those open. If you have fingernail, there we go. You can literally just pull it just like that. There we go. Now it's gonna sound like you're breaking stuff, but you're literally not breaking stuff. You're pretty much just trying to get the clips from these sections here. That's what's holding it. Once you get it out, and what you're left with is this connection here, this connection piece. So we're gonna take this out. Here we go. So let's place this to the side. All right, so now the next thing we want to do is pry off this cover space here. This is where your OBD ports is located. Now with me, I have the sexy buttons already installed here. All right. So again, that's been held by all these clips. So don't be afraid when you pull that out. You're literally just trying to pry off these clips. So we're going to set this to the side here. This is my sexy button installation that I was talking about. So if you can see, this is my OBD connection for the sexy button. If you haven't seen that yet, check out my video. It's somewhere up here. Check out that video on how to install this, another easy install. So it's pretty much the same process. What we're going to do here, we're going to take this plug off. But before we do that, what we're going to do is fish this wire from in here. We're going to fish that wire in here. I don't know if you can see it, but essentially just fish it through here. In between here, not here, this is your vent for the rear passengers. You're going to fish it down here all the way to this side. Once you fish that through, you connect this power and you connect the other end to the Tesla. So let's take this off. There we go. All right. So we got that out. Now we just have to fish this wire down somewhere here. So there it is. It's going to come up just right there. Right there. And you pull that out just like that. Now the wire that you first fished up here, this is going to plug here. Okay? So this wire, this one that you fished through with the AMD or the Intel wire, the smaller part, is going to plug in here. And then the rest of the wires, this wire here is going to plug here. In here, just like that. Make sure it snaps and you hear the click. Once that is done, you're not going to need this wire. This wire is pretty much useless. So just leave that the way it is. Now we're going to connect this wire this to the wire that we fished from the bottom. Very simple, straightforward, just like that. And snap it in just like that. That is it. It's not going anywhere. Everything is connected. So now this wire is pretty much useless. So again, let me show you the orientations of the wire. The top wire that connects to the Model Y USB came with 2 connectors. Now, on older models, you may need this for power. But then again, EVBase will provide all that information for you. Just make sure when you order, you let them know exactly what model vehicle you have or year. You may end up using this. Top and bottom, everything is flush. This is not wiggling at all. All right, so now we are going to plug the OBD ports to the Tesla. There we go. So first thing we have to do now is wake the car up so we can get power. There we go. Car is on and we have power. This is how it looks. Model 3 NY. Everything is coming on now. Let's give it time to boot up. And there it is. Alright guys, so this is the final display after the installation for the rear passengers for your Model 3 or Model Y. And the link will be down on the description below, and also a discount code for you to save some money when you purchase this. And there are tons of features on this thing, not only for watching movies. You can control the HVAC system for the rear passengers here. You can also control your seat warming function here. And there's a lot of things you can do with this. And you can also watch videos if you want to watch videos. So let's go back home and see the different options you have. Let's see here. Is that home? Videos. You can watch videos here, YouTube videos and local USB videos as well. And one thing I like about this, it's seamlessly, integrated with the car. It works fine with my other installations as well. Anyway, if you want to check this out, EVBase, link down on the description below. KITSTECH discount code, as well as check them on Instagram. That's EVBase_official.